Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome to your Sunday stretch. As always, it's soft and gentle stretches. If you've got the flexibility and the range of movement to deepen those stretches, please do so within your own range, carefully listening to your muscles, not overstretching. I am all about safety. As you know, we'll go through technique as we do the stretches. Most of all, enjoy this session. This is you time, 30 minutes to relax and stretch, ease any aches and pains out of those muscles and joints. Let's go. We'll start standing, we'll do some mobilization before we go down and do exercises and stretches, on the mat. Bring the feet underneath your hips, stand tall, shoulders down, and start with some shoulder rolls backwards. So shoulder rolls, yes, they may be basic and also simple, but they can ease out any little clicks or tight sections that you have there in the top of the back. Let's bring breath into it. So you'll hear me breathing quite loud throughout the whole 30 minutes. Please try and replicate that. Long, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring the shoulders forwards now. And this is where you can shrug the shoulders up high, increase those circles and range of movement. I like to keep a soft bend in the knees. It kind of stops me from locking the legs back and pushing back into the knee joints. Good, we're going to take that into some full arm circles. And as you take the arm circles, try and keep the rest of the body still. And really think about lengthening to the ends of the fingertips. Then take the arms out to the side. And again, we are all about getting longer, lengthening from left to right. Feel like someone's playing tug of war with the arms, stretching the fingers nice and long. Keep the height, maintain that shoulder height, but keep the chest and collarbones open. Soft bend in the legs still, breathe. And stand nice and tall. Think about posture. Are you tensing anywhere? Bring the arms down just before they reach the legs, take them up. Stretch to the sides, push the air away, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Take the arms to a V shape, take a little side bend over, and then use your obliques, use your abdominals, bring these arms up and over to the other side. So, just to the furthest point before you feel you really need to use your abdominals, lengthen the sides of the body there, lengthen the arms. Last one. Bend into the knees, stack the arms on top of one another, take a little twist, try to keep the hips still. So we twist the upper body, again, not jolting, keeping it smooth. Trying to keep the legs and hips still, as if they're cemented in that position. And then you can start to move the hips. Again, don't go too fast. Just stick with your range. Keeping that bend in the knees at all times. Bring the arms down from there. Take a little bend into the ankles and just stretch up if you can with the heels lifting. So you come up onto your toes. If your mat's like mine, it might be sticking to your feet as you take the exercise. So we bend and we stretch. Working through the feet, mobilizing the ankles, bending into the knees, but keeping the torso tall. So it's very different to this. We're not bending low into the knees, just a slight bend. As you do it, alignment, try to make sure the knees aren't knocking in towards one another. They very much stay over the ankle line. Last two. Last one. Work it through the feet, peeling up and down. And then we will take it into some roll downs, spinal flexibility, a little bit of core work in your roll down as well. Breathe in, bend your knees. As you exhale, drop the head forwards and down. Scoop the belly in. So draw the abdominals in. Bend your knees as much as you need to. So we're drawing the abdominals in to protect your spine, protect your lower back. Drop the head neck. Let the head be heavy and take a look right to left. Those of you who need to rest on your thighs, please do, but keep the head heavy so you feel the pressure, the blood rushing through the crown of the head. Breathe into it. And to come up, everyone, bend those knees. Switch your glutes on, so rock back into your heels. Push the floor away. Draw those abdominals in. Use your bum there, so squeeze those muscles in the bum. Drop the shoulders down, stand tall, breathe in. And again, exhale. So something I've been looking at with my students in class this week is on the roll up, are you actually engaging your abdominals? Are you actually using your hamstrings there as well? A lot of people found that they were in fact relying on their back. This exercise is not about your spine. Mobility-wise, yes, but not putting the pressure on there. So when you go up this time, everyone, bend your knees, push your feet into the floor. Use your hamstrings, scoop the belly up and in. Let the shoulders reset last, neck and head, and then take some shoulder rolls. Good, well done everyone. So we're going to come straight onto our back this session. I'll just realign my mat because it goes a little bit all to pot after those exercises. So bring yourselves down to the mat, lying down, and finding a comfy position. If you need to come down to the side because your core strength's not there, please do. If you need a cushion under your head, please have that as well for your neck alignment. I'm okay, my head can lie nice and long on the floor. We're going to start by taking a tuck of the pelvis and then a roll away. As you tuck the pelvis, feel the tailbone lengthen away and up, and then rock the pelvis away so you feel a bigger arch in the lower back. Mobility exercises are really important for any lower back pain that you might be experiencing. Take it any pace that you wish. You can take it a little bit quicker, or if you feel quite tight in that region, slow it down. And keep looking straight up. The idea is that we keep that spine lengthened along the floor. And then, keeping the feet hip width, we're going to take a sway left to right. And as you take the sway, because you've got your knees hip width distance, they'll just kind of open and rock to the sides with the hips there, but massage the lower back into the floor. Keep the rest of the body nice and still, shoulders and chest relaxing into the floor as well. And then we're going to take a lower back stretch. Send the legs over to one direction, lengthen the knees away. Bring the knees together or bring the top leg round. Bringing the top leg round, as most of you know who've done this with me before, that's going to increase the rotation in your lower back, in your spine. Make sure you push the hips away, look to the opposite side, and you can straighten the leg if you want to intensify that down the side of the thigh as well. Make sure your shoulders stay down and your waist is long. And then switch sides. Drop the knees into it. Feel the legs draw and pull away to the diagonal. Make sure you've got room on either side. I'm a little bit restricted there for room. So if you need to shuffle, have a shuffle. Lengthen the hip long, shoulder down. Look to the opposite direction of your legs. Breathe into it. Enjoy it. Feel the legs lengthen away. If you want to straighten the top leg or bend it high around, you can. Good. Bring the legs to center. Feet together, knees together, open the knees out wide. Make sure you've got a neutral pelvis there, so you're lying natural on the floor. Level 1, level 2, lift the legs, knees wide. Level 3, if you can reach for the arch of the feet, just make sure the back of the pelvis stays connected to the floor. I often see the feet lift and then the pelvis lift as well. And you're really curling the spine up there. So you want to lengthen the spine still. Keep it neutral as possible, as you can. Some of you with the flexibility, as this is a mixed ability stretch class, will lengthen the legs, either both sides or side to side. You've got a lot of options there. Please choose the level that's right for you. In these sessions, it's really not about over pushing it. It's never about no pain, no gain. It's about doing the movements with precision, yeah, using your breath into them and enjoying the stretch. If you do have your feet lifted, you can take a rotation of the ankles. Kill two birds with one stone in your stretches. If you can mobilize somewhere else with the joints, and that's going to be beneficial for you, please add that in. And then take a full body stretch. Wherever you are, send the legs away. Make sure you've got room again. Send the legs away, arms away, and take that stretch. Again, you can bend and rotate the ankles and the wrists if you wish. Good, and then either peel to the side or use your leg, curl your spine and bring yourselves up to seated. Next exercise, we're going to look at hip flexors, legs, hamstrings. So you've got a few options when it comes to this. Please choose what works for you. I do love a good hip flexor stretch. I think you just can't get enough of these stretches. So pop your knee on a cushion there for your knee joint if you need it. Long step forwards. Have a piece of furniture or wall to balance on as well if you've got that close by. So long step forwards, drop the hip down and just ease into it first. Exhale away. So we're going to breathe in. Exhale, push away. And as you push away, use your glutes and draw your belly in as well. Don't just rely on your back. A lot of people, you'll get this arch pulling themselves back and putting pressure on your spine. So try and keep it neutral, nice and tall, neutral spine. Either stick with this mobility, forwards and backwards, or hold the stretch. Either stay here or bring it down. If you can maintain long neutral spine like I've got in this position, don't do this. Otherwise, you're just not getting the stretch where you need it. So either up here, drop the pelvis down. Make sure the weight, your knee, isn't going over your toe line as well. Feel the back leg lengthen away from you. Shoulders down. Draw your belly in. Support yourself. Some of you in this position will take it down to your forearms, and that's fine. Just make sure you maintain your spinal alignment. Lots of technique. Those of you who are down in this position, you can open your knee out wide. You can take the foot to the side, the outside side of the foot, dropping the pelvis down. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to take a hamstring stretch. If you're down here, bring the foot to center, push your hips back, straighten your leg. Those of you up in this position, hips back, and you might find you can hinge forward slightly. However, not this with the spine. You'll see there that the pelvis tucks forward. We're trying to push the pelvis back and lengthen the spine. If you feel your hamstring stretch here, stay here. Hamstring stretch the back of the leg there. If you can, to deepen the stretch, flex your heel. Draw the toes up to the ceiling. Keep pushing back. Breathe into it. Relax the thigh, everyone. Don't tense the legs as you stretch. Get longer. Draw the abdominals in. Bend and switch sides. Well done, everyone. All of that to do on the opposite side. Remember, listen to your body. Choose the level that works for you. The longer the step forwards, the better. We breathe into the stretch. We exhale out and push away. Breathe in. Those of you who can stay here, stay here. It's an active stretch. The crown of the head's pulling one way. The back leg is pulling behind you. The pelvis is drawing down. Your spine is neutral. Those of you who are coming down, shuffle the foot out to the side. Drop the pelvis down even more. Heaviness in the center of the body. Shoulders down, deep breaths. Draw those abdominals in. Remember, you can be up, moving in and out of the stretch, and that's fine. It's not cheating. It's listening to your body. If you are down here, forearms is an option. Also, same hand on leg, and you can push it out to the side, turning the foot onto the side so it's still in line with the rest of the leg. Lovely deep breaths, nice and loud like me. Relax into your stretches. Shuffle the foot back to center if it's not already. Ease your hips behind you. Lengthen them behind. Straight leg. Or up here, straight leg, tall spine, hinge. You are aiming for a stretch in the back of your leg here. Also down the back of your glute. You lengthen down, the spine is tall. Rest on something if you need to. This is very challenging for your balance. Abdominals in. If you can maintain neutral spine, drop it down. That's a long spine. Push the hips back. To progress and to alter the stretch slightly, finding a calf stretch, flex the foot. Really draw those toes up to the ceiling. Deep breaths. The more you can get used to, everyone, drawing your abdominals in, that is low impact abdominal work, abdominal strengthening, the more you can get used to that, it will become habit. And you'll find through your daily life that you'll be holding yourself with your abdominals there, not just relying on your spine all the time. We are going to go into some back work. You have two options. You can drop it down to child's pose. Don't worry if the hips don't touch the floor or the heels and you're here. Just focus on rounding the back down towards them. Level 2, tuck the toes, come to downward dog. So child's pose or downward dog. Those of you in downward dog, have the space between your feet and arms. Enough space so that you can bend the knees and push your chest to your thighs. In child's pose or downward dog, breathe through. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Drop the head, it's nice and heavy. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, very much the opposite direction to the way the crown of the head is pulling and drawing. In downward dog, you can walk through your feet, bending your knees, working through the ankles. Some of you will choose to lift one leg, either straight or bending it, and just lifting it up towards the ceiling, opening the hip out, bending the leg or straightening it up to the ceiling. It just depends here on flexibility. I've definitely got a little bit of dancer left in me, so I can increase the stretch there without causing any damage. So there's a mixed variety of people watching this. You can bend the leg, opening the hips up. Okay, it's completely up to you. Find that stretch, everyone. It's optional. It's really about doing what you need to do to benefit from the stretch in the best way. And then release it down. If you're in child's pose, Stretch over to the corner. Those of you who were in downward, come to child's. Send the arms to the diagonal corner of the room. Push the hips down to heels. Breathe. To increase the stretch, cross your arm over. So you increase the stretch even more so if you want to. Push the hips one way, stretch the arms the opposite. And then walk the hands round, either centre or to the other side. If you want to, you can cross your arm even further round to the other side. Push the hips down, deepen the stretch, use your breath. Good. Bring yourselves to 4-point kneeling, please. Make sure your knees are under your hips. You've got 2 right angles there, under the armpits and under the hip line. Straight into cat stretch, breathe in. As you exhale, curl under. Send the spine vertebrae by vertebrae up the ceiling. Drop the head neck, take a breath into the back of the ribs here. Exhale, push away. Take a little arch, look forwards, draw the belly in, breathe. Exhale, back to neutral and let's curl. Push the floor away, drop the head neck. Breathe in. Exhale. Push away, shoulders down and back. A little bit of an arch there as well. Keep that belly in. Last one. Curl under. Keep centered with your weight. Push the floor away, head neck down. And reset. One of my students said this week that this is their favourite mobilisation exercise that we do. We send your glutes to one corner. We shift them over to the other corner in your child's pose. Then you want to push your spine into the side and up. Into the side and up, because you get into kind of a different area of the back. So you push as much to the side, but you curve at the same time. And then you take that motion again. Scoop the abdominals up as you exhale. And then after you've done that next one, switch sides. Round we go. Around the world. Curve, curve, curve. Forwards and round. Good. Find that range of movement in the hips. Bring it back to 4-point kneeling. If you need to come onto your knuckles, please do. Here, we're going to just circle the centre of the body. So this is called a barrel roll. So first of all, I just want you to push your bum up and drop into that arch. And then you're going to curl just the centre of the body. You're going to start to draw a circle with the hips on the wall behind you. In the midsection of the body finds this nice kind of smooth motion. So you open and spread the sit bones at the back, you scoop under, it's just in the centre of the body, you don't go into cat stretch. Circle in the hips behind and then switch direction. So just draw that circle with the sit bones on the space behind you, finding that lovely, lovely motion. Nice and smooth. A little bit of coordination for you as well. So all these exercises that we do are mind and body, being able to find connection between the two. Good. And then we'll come to some seated exercises. Just take some shoulder rolls there for me, everyone. So, depending on you, you can sit, and I'm just going to realign my mat again. This mat and carpet is not the best combination. So, we are going to either sit on your sit bones, or you can sit on a stack of books to help sit you a bit taller and to help with any tight hip flexors that some of you might be experiencing. Nice long legs, point the toes or relax them. Slight bend if you need it. We're going to walk forwards, only to where you can. Push the hips back. Make sure the knees don't roll in. So as you walk, make sure the knee stays out to the side or up to the ceiling. Deep breaths in your stretches and have a little shuffle if you want of those sit bones on the floor as well. If you can walk it round to one side. Again, this side doesn't lift and your knee doesn't rotate. So you keep pushing down with the sit bones to the floor. Those of you who want to progress, you cross the arm, opposite arm to the outside of the leg. If this is too much, stay centered. If you need the bend in the legs, have the bend in the legs. Breathe. Those of you who can, walk or slide the hands round to the other leg. Again, sit bone stays down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Give the toes a wriggle, make sure you're not tensing. And then walk back. Roll through your spine, please. Bring the legs together. Cross one leg over the other. The leg that you've crossed and you're lifting, hug it in towards the body and turn towards it. Some of you will stay here and you might get a nice stretch in the back of the leg there. Some of you will want more spinal rotation. Use the leg and draw or push away from it. Spine up to the ceiling. Look around as far as you can without jolting the neck. Shoulders down. Draw those abdominals in. Scoop the belly in. Breathe. And then switch sides. Switch, cross, draw the leg in, hug in towards you, rotate round, shoulders down, sit tall, look around as far as you can for your body. Bring it round, bring the soles of the feet together if you can. You can sit on a chair and do these exercises as well. And you bring the feet in as close as you feel comfortable. Sit back over your sit bones. Drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Left shoulder draws away. Crown of the head pulls long. Nice and heavy in the head. Feel that dead weight to lengthen into the stretch. Roll the head neck down. And I just got a few little clicks there in the back of my neck, which kind of felt really nice at the same time. And release it down. Sit tall, everyone. Breathe. Open your chest and collarbones. Bring the neck head back up. Take a look round this time, right to left. Sit comfortably with the legs, however that may be. Take a side stretch over. Push the hips away. Only lengthen as far as long and down as you can go without this happening. So the sit bones is glued to the floor. Breathe in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And excellent. Take a V with the arms up the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale down. And well done. Just thank yourselves for taking that time out. Hopefully you feel set up for your day ahead now, whatever you're getting up to. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care of yourselves and goodbye for now. I will catch up with you all soon. I hope you can join me again for these sessions. If you ever want to do any more of the sessions, there's plenty now on the channel to get involved with. 15-minute stretches, 30-minute stretches. There's some 45-minute stretches on there as well. So take a look. They're there for you all to enjoy and benefit from. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye and speak to you soon.